My name is Eliana Padin Medina. I am a registered nurse and have been for 10 years. I received my bachelor's degree from Concordia University in Mequon, Wisconsin. I'm very concerned about how the ventilators are being bid upon by the states. I believe that Vice President Pence, as the leader and as the person in charge of this pandemic called COVID-19, can and should intervene. He can make it so that the hardest hit areas, for example, New York, get the bulk of the ventilators that they are urgently needing. After that, they should be allotted by how many COVID cases they each have. I think it's ridiculous for states to bid over necessary equipment. We're not talking about bidding for something that doesn't make sense. We're talking about life-saving equipment. As the coronavirus or COVID-19 abates, the ventilators that are no longer in use in New York can be forwarded to other states who are needing them, and so on and so forth. The states should be helping each other, not trying to outbid each other. This is not the right way to do it, because it's the difference between life and death for a patient in need of a ventilator. I should know, I had open heart surgery in 2015. I was in an induced coma for 24 hours, and I was put on a ventilator. That ventilator saved my life. I ask the people that can make the decisions to step in and make them wisely, because ventilators are going to be needed again. Under no circumstances should we think that this is the only pandemic that is going to attack our globe, our earth. And so therefore, everyone that is made that is not needed after the pandemic can go right back to the strategic stockpile in the United States. I urge my senators, Ron Johnson and Tammy Baldwin, and my Congresswoman, Gwen Moore, to get involved, to write a letter to Mr. Vice President Pence, because this is a matter of life and death, and we cannot play with who needs it more than somebody else. I'm sure that if it was your family member, you would not want to know if your state got outbid over ventilators and PPE equipment. Again, I implore the people that can make the decisions to think of it globally. Think of it in terms of numbers of the people of the United States. They deserve better. Doctors, nurses, respiratory therapists, and everybody on down the line that are required to work using PPEs should not have to feel like they have to decide whether to brave it and not use PPE or to use PPE appropriately. But in order to use it appropriately, we need to have enough of it. This is my sincere plea. I hope it gets to the right people that can make the decisions. And my hope is that this pandemic will soon abate and finish, and we can have a vaccine that we can use in order to prevent this from ever happening again. But by no means get comfortable or complacent, because this is not the only pandemic that is coming. Thank you very much. I really hope that the United States rallies together to make the best decisions for all of its people.